Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm glad you could join us on today's webinar. We appreciate your time this morning. We got some great material we'll be covering here today on the annuity side, especially for IRAs. I know we're in the midst of IRA season. We see a lot of people interested in making deposits on shorter term programs, and also smaller deposits to fit those IRA needs. We definitely have some great options available on that side of it. We'll be discussing those here this morning, including a plan that can go all the way down to $100 a month on with the $100 deposit. So really a great combination. We continue to offer our referred producer programs. You can refer agents to IAMS. We'll go ahead and get them licensed. You earn monies based on their production and also getting contracted. So a great way to build up some nice side accounts there. We also have our marketing reimbursement program. You get $100 for every $100,000 of indexed annuity premium you get issued through IAMS, a great way to build up a nice advertising budget, and we will help you with your advertising costs. We do reimburse half of your cost up to your total that's in your account. So great way to have us help you with those needs. I know that a lot of people are looking for good ways to get in front of more people now with the COVID regulations being less restrictive. We're definitely seeing some more activity out there in the market space. So definitely a great option on that end. We also offer our new producer builders, a great way to earn some additional incentives based on production in your first 180 days with IAMS. We do have different levels you can qualify for. A lot of different items here between cash, iPads, advertising programs, including radio shows, Social Security seminars, mailings, a lot of different activities you can qualify for here in the first 180 days of being licensed. So a great way to have IAMS help you out with some of your needs down the road for seminars, other items based on production. Great way for us to help with those costs also on that end. We've got a great back office support team here. We have a great new business team, good creative team, good ways for you to take advantage of those situations. By writing business, you get more activity from that creative team, and a great way to keep going and keep going. So it's a great way to keep things heading forward. And we got a great new business team that helps from day one, getting the business in. They scrub it, they get forwarded onto the new business department from the individual insurance company. They followed all the way through suitability, getting the monies from the other sources. They followed all the way through the whole process. They make sure it gets issued in a timely fashion, and then they make sure that you get paid as quickly as possible based on your business being issued on that end. So a great way to have us help you that whole process. It's a good to have that back office support, and the creative team does a great job. I know they do a lot of advertising help on social media. We'll go over some of this stuff here in the next couple of slides. We also offer Firelight. It's an e-app system that we utilize. A lot of carriers have Firelight on their platform. You can utilize to submit business to the companies. We have a lot of carriers we currently have available. We have some that are coming soon. I know we have an updated list. You can give us a call if you need to verify if the company you want to utilize is on that Firelight system. We'd be glad to help you. As I mentioned, the creative department, they do a great job on doing website development, logo designs, business cards, maybe redoing your company logo, and handling a lot of the busy work that you don't want to mess with. They'll help you with some deals on their end where they can save you some time. They'll do all the heavy lifting. You basically just approve what they've done. They got great connections into social media advertising, email marketing, doing advertising on radio, TV. They can help you out with all kinds of different activities that you may have some interest in utilizing. We have our website program available. It's been out there for a number of years, and great opportunity to look up company ratings. You can get on the industry links, look up tax information, AM Best reports. We always keep our annuity rate grid on there as updated as possible. We've got a system you can get on there and take a look at rates based on where you're located, you know, what the best 5-year rate is, of what the best 7-year rate is in your area. You can do income comparisons on our website, a lot of different activities you can take advantage of based on that. We also have a lot of the forms on our website. You're able to download current supplies. If you go out and write a case tonight, you're able to get on our site and download those forms typically. And we also have some quotation devices on there. You can do term quotes. You can look at the best returns on the index strategies the last few months. A lot of good details that we can discuss with you on that end. If you have a question regarding the creative team, you can talk to Jacob on the website development. He can get you on the docket for that, and you'll get farmed out to a specific individual to help you out with that. So if you do have interest in doing some website development, you can get that done for you on that end. We have a great software program called the Retirement Analyzer. Very good system we have available. I know Marcus in the office is in charge of that. You can print off some great information for your client. It's got a lot of good graphs. It's got some good details on, you know, the kind of money you need to save now to get to where you want to be down the road. It's got some great information there on if you know everything's come up, nursing home stays, if you want to buy, you know, a nice car, premature death, you know, a lot of different items you can plug into the system. It's going to crank out some really valuable information for you. We have our wealth management team. They do a good job on that side. They can help you out with the Series 65 testing. They can help you out with the different platforms that are available for clients for investing. I know we have a number of our top agents are Series 65 licensed now, so they can take advantage of this side of it. You hate to refer a client down the road to someone else and then eventually lose that client because the other agent can help them out with more sides of the business than you can. It's always obviously good to keep the clients as close to hand as possible. And that way you're able to, you know, utilize what you need to on your end in order to keep your client happy and also make sure they have all the services that they need down the road that you can cover. So definitely a useful piece to have in your pocket. If you have interest in getting more involved in the wealth management side, I know you can talk to Charles or Mike. They can help you out on that end of it. Just give our office a call, ask for one of those individuals, and they would be glad to help you on that wealth management side. We typically do our life annuity academies 3 or 4 times a year. I know with the COVID situation, we're kind of limited on what we can do. We had a big online meeting, the Ascend meeting we did in January. We may do another one of those kind of meetings coming up in July or August. We might start doing some in-person meetings the end of the year. Kind of depends on the whole travel situation, you know, different state regulations on meeting sizes. Of course, the shots that have to be given out for this COVID, we want to make sure that, you know, we have a safe atmosphere if we do in-person meetings. I know we do a lot of very valuable information on sales ideas, case management ideas, a lot of good stuff will be going over. You know, we've got some of our top agents will be there going over some information they use in the field to get in front of more clients, make more sales. Really some great stuff they'll be covering at these meetings. So definitely worth your time. If we do announce we're doing one, probably be later in the year, maybe October, November-ish. It's probably what we're looking at, any in-person meetings we'll be doing. So we'll keep you posted on that. Go over a lot of valuable sales tools, go over software information, a lot of good stuff we'll be covering at those meetings. We just announced our trip qualification here on our new trip. We're going to be doing a cruise in the Mediterranean, basically around Italy. Got a lot of great stops on this. And qualification started 12/1 of 2020. It runs through 6/30 of 2022. Some great stuff we'll be going over on that. So definitely a great opportunity to qualify for a real nice trip. And we take care of all the expenditures based on qualification, and it should be a fantastic time had by all. So definitely keep that on the top of your radar, getting qualified for that trip. Again, 4.5 million points. It's a 19-month qualification. So we give you a lot of time to qualify. Now's a great time to get started and get a jump on that qualification. You can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We got a couple of really good pages on that. We got the facebook.com/IAMS Inc. /LinkedIn. You got the insurance agency marketing LinkedIn address here. You can look us up on LinkedIn. Be glad to keep things going. So as I mentioned, we are in the midst of IRA season. No, it is not rabbit season. It is IRA season. So things are in full swing right now. We have a lot of people doing their taxes here in March, and we have through the middle of April to submit taxes. A lot of people are looking for ways to save some money on their taxation. Investing in IRAs and Roth IRAs is definitely a good option to go with. You know, depending on the client's income, that's going to tell you what kind of money they can invest based on, you know, what's available in these markets. I know for 2021, the limits are the same as 2020. You got $6,000 for people ages 0 to 49, $7,000 for ages 50 plus. You do have limitations based on income for joint and single individuals. So make sure you are aware of those limitations based on your client's income. You can always go into Roth IRAs. The clients are in a higher income status. Those income limits are much higher than they are in the straight IRAs. So good way to have some tax-free money down the road by investing in the Roth situation. Definitely a great option to look at on that end of it. I know we've got a number of carriers we offer that do go to some lower deposit amounts that go kind of hand in hand with doing some of the IRA and Roth IRA deposits. I know American National is coming. We'll talk off right out of the gate here. We got Equitrust, Guggenheim, Life of the Southwest, National Western Life. We'll look at Atlantic Coast and Sentinel on some rate guarantee contracts that go to some lower levels. A lot of your companies are requiring $10,000 or more, but these carriers do offer contracts. You can go with, you know, lower amounts on qualified monies. Take a look at American National. They have a 7-year and a 10-year contract. They have some good strategies involved here. We got some good cap rates on that 7-year and 10-year contracts with American National. If you have interest in that, it goes down to $5,000 deposit on qualified funds. You do have 10% available starting in the first year. These plans are available in all states but New York. So if you have someone, you know, looking at doing a policy in New Jersey, we can do that on the 7-year or 10-year contracts. They do have very competitive rates. We can get those rates out to you. Much higher caps than most carriers based on their strategies, and really a nice combination there. They also do have some uncapped strategies, some strategies. So if you want to do a S&P monthly cap, I know we're seeing some really stellar results right now on those contracts based on, you know, where we've been the last year on the S&P index. We've seen a much higher movement of the S&P compared to where we were 1 year ago. You know, we're up about 50% almost on those returns. So, you know, you funnel those down through these indexed annuities. We see people up, you know, 15 to 20% on some of these strategies. So really a strong combination right now. Equitrust, they've got a very strong annuity called the Market 10. It offers a 6% bonus on all deposits the first 5 years. You can start out with $5,000. It has a number of different indices, including the Barclays Focus 50, which you've seen some good results on that. You can also combine monies, to get that to that $10,000 level. I know if you look at the Market 7 and Market Value Indexes, with Equitrust, you do a $10,000 deposit. You got some really good uncapped strategies there with the Mark 5 and the Barclays 50. Great combination results on those in the 7 to 8% range. So some really good opportunities there on those strategies. As I did mention earlier, Life of the Southwest is a company we have that has their Fit series, which go down to $100 a month. You do have to set these up on a bank draft in order to utilize those low deposits. And they have a lot of strategies you can choose from. They have the S&P. They have a U.S. fundamental balanced index. They have a global index. And they also have a declared rate. You have an accumulation plan. You also have an income product. Kind of pick and choose which direction you want to go into. I mean, I always like to go into the growth contracts to earn as much as we can based on the plan itself. So definitely a great way to go with Life of the Southwest with these two strategies. And they have $100 you got to start out with, and then you have to set it up on a monthly draft at $100 a month, and really a nice combo. Of course, you're not going to get extremely wealthy by selling $100 a month policies, but it's a great way to get a client on board. So definitely do keep that in mind. National Western Life is another company we have that goes to some lower amounts. They do have a $5,000 deposit on a number of their contracts. They have the Ultra Future, which has a bonus of 9% in the first year on all deposits. Years 2 through 5, the client gets 4 3/4 bonus. So any deposits in years 2 through 5, you get a nice additional bonus on those dollars. Ultra Classic is their high comp contract, pays a 10% commission up to age 70 on qualified monies. It's got some pretty competitive strategies on that, 5.5% annual point-to-point cap. Fixed account paying 2.5%. You have a 5% volatility index with the 105% par. Really a nice combination there. Then they have the Protective One, which has a fixed strategy and really a nice combination there. Guggenheim is another company we offer. It's got some good uncapped strategies. They got the Highlander 7, Highlander 10, and also the new ViStar contract. They also go down to $5,000 deposit. They have the Mark 5 strategy, which has been working extremely well. It's one of the top returning strategies in 2020. Has a connection to the S&P, gold, and treasury bonds. So a good mix there. It's available in the 7 and 10-year contracts. It has an 80% par rate on the 7-year and a 70% par on the 10-year. Really nice combination there. And then they have the ViStar, which is one of their newer indexes. Has a lot of good uncapped strategies on this. You got an S&P sector rotator strategy. They also have an economic cycle strategy. And then they have the Mark 5. So they have some really good uncapped par rate strategies on that ViStar contract. Goes down to $5,000 in deposit. So really a nice combination there. As I mentioned, we do have a couple of companies that go down to some lower amounts on just straight fixed rates. Atlantic Coast Life is one of them. They have rate guarantees between 5 and 10 years. You get a first year rate, let's just say it's at 3.6. You have a renewal rate guarantee at 2.6, years 2 through 5. Those rates do escalate as you go longer. Their 10-year right now has a 3.9 first year rate, 2.9 years 2 through 10. So a nice combination there. You have a riders you can add on for withdrawals and death benefits. So we do have some different options for you on that side of it. They go down to $5,000 on deposit for either qualified or non-qualified monies. So they do have some different options there. And if you're looking for something that's even lower regarding the deposit, Sentinel Life, they go down to $2,500. Really nice combination there. With Sentinel, they have a 5-year, 7-year, or 10-year rate guarantee. Rates right now are 280, 290, and 3. They go down to $2,500 deposit. They do have some limitations on state approval, so definitely give us a call to verify if your state is approved. Good thing about this plan, it also goes to age 90, so it goes to a higher issue age, $2,500 deposit. Really a nice combination right now. I know we have Nassau Re. They've got some really good 5- and 7-year rate guarantees. Their 5-year rate's at 3.1. Their 7-year is at 3.2. The thing about them is they do require a $10,000 deposit to get started. So you would need to do 2 years of deposits, maybe 2020 and 2021, in order to get things going on that. Definitely a nice combination there. I'm going to go ahead and send you out a quick poll. And if you'd like to get some information on one of the companies we talked about today, just put down yes. I'll get you some contracts out on the specific carrier you have interest in. We'll go ahead and get you started with some information, interest rate updates, everything you need to get started. So if you do have interest in getting some information on one of the carriers we did talk about in today's IRA webinar, I'd be glad to get that over to you. We are starting to see a number of these smaller cases coming in, $6,000 deposits, $5,000 deposits. We do have some really good options on that. And then if you do have interest in the lower amount, that $100 a month, we'll have to get you hooked up with Life of the Southwest and go over some details with you on that. And then we do have a sheet we can send out that has it's our cheat sheet. It's on a lot of our annuities, gives you rates, comps, surrender charge periods. I mean, a lot of good stuff we can send you out and kind of go over what's available based on that. And if you do have questions, I'll be calling everyone that attended today's meeting. I'll be going over any questions you may have. If you need me to send you out anything specific on a company, I'd be glad to get that done. We can email it to you. If you're already licensed with us, you want to get licensed with another company, I can have that sent through for you. A lot of good stuff there, but we can get that done. So the question came up on the 2-day training. Typically that's actually in person. So we'd fly you out to the meeting. You would stay the 2 nights, 2.5-day meeting. But this last one we just did was on Zoom. We might do another Zoom meeting coming up in probably July before we get into, or August before we get into the fall selling months. I know we see a big increase in business after the summer months, so great way to get things rolling. So we may do another one sometime in August. We'll keep you posted, but we may be doing an in-person meeting coming up the end of the year. We'll keep you up to date on that. And we have to have you licensed with us to sell products. If you've done business, that definitely enhances your chance of being invited, and definitely a great opportunity to pick up some valuable sales information based on these meetings. Again, I do appreciate you joining me this morning. I like to keep these to 30 minutes or less. And if you, as I mentioned, if you do have interest in getting some contract information, just check off yes on that email I sent out, and I'll go ahead and give you a call. Get things rolling there. Any questions you have? My name is Matt. Appreciate your being on this morning. I'm in the annuity sales department. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, so I know how things work. And if you do have any questions, between now and the time I call you this afternoon, just jot those down. I'd be glad to get those answered for you, get you going here for IRA season. Great chance to pick up some additional monies, get a client on board. You might write them a $6,000 case this year, but next year they might inherit $100,000. You never know what's going to happen with these clients. It's viable to get them on board. If you do them a valuable service by getting them invested in a good, safe investment, they get additional monies down the road, they're going to call you first, and that's the key. Is it's a great way to keep things rolling. Again, thanks for joining me today. I had any questions, give me a call. Otherwise, it's been a great morning here. We look forward to a good weekend. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you.